What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're going to be continuing our series where I test and analyze what I think will be the best decks for the Worlds format. So in today's video we're going to be showcasing Swordsoul, and I think Swordsoul is actually a top contender for the best decks. As going second, it's a powerhouse. Honestly, it's one of the best decks going second, as you have Boxia, which is a non-once per turn, just spin everything back that you can also chain block. As well as Boxia, we can also put in Droplet, and Droplet is very good now that we don't have a Rise Heart in the format, as Droplet is just going to synergize pretty well with your cards and just can negate pretty much everything they have, and you can just push for lethal as well, that you can't really do with Dark Ruler. I also think this deck has a very good matchup spread throughout all, like, the deck doesn't really have like a quote-unquote like very like bad unwinnable matchup, but the one card you do gotta watch out for is D Barrier, which thankfully I don't think will be seeing much play in Worlds format, but D Barrier is a card that will really hurt this deck. But beside the D Barrier, there are some other downsides, as this deck can be pretty inconsistent at times. There's going to be some hands where you open where you're really vulnerable to hand traps, and just one Veiler or one Imperm is just going to straight up end your turn. The end board is also pretty weak, as you're going to set up a decent end board, but it can pretty much be cracked with non-engine by some other decks if they open pretty well. You're going to have good follow, but as opposed to other decks like Rika and Vanadium, they're just gonna go ahead and set up like a really strong unbreakable board that if you don't have any going second cards like board breakers, or you're gonna hand trap them, if you don't have any of that, you're not gonna be able to break that, and you're just gonna lose straight up. So that's, I think, what are some of the big downsides of this deck. But I do want to get into some duels to showcase you guys what the deck can do. So let's hop into some replays. Alright guys, before we get into live duels, just want to throw out a quick disclaimer. The reason I may sound different is because I am a little sick right now. So if I do sound a little different, I apologize for that. I did want to wait until I was feeling better so we can start recording again, and I can upload the video for you guys. But I've been feeling pretty bad for almost a week, and I didn't want to wait longer. I want to get that content out for you guys, so we're just gonna say screw it and go with this. So hopefully my voice doesn't distract you guys. But let's get into this duel. So we're gonna be playing against Dragon Link today. Dragon Link's looking like it's going to be one of the most popular decks for Worlds format, so this is going to be like really good testing. So I'm going to be going first. I'm going to go ahead and start off with Adhara. I always forget the name of him. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and start off with Adhara, Link 1, then we're going to go ahead and Tribute. So this is what I was saying about the deck. It does tend to brick or draw awkward hands. Like, as you can see, I just got Ash, and that's pretty much going to end my turn. We just went a neg 2, not a neg 2, a neg 1, because he traded one card as well, but we're pretty much not going to do anything. We're going to set a Droplet, and then if we want to use a Droplet, we're going to have to pick another card from hand. So this is like a really bad spot. We need to control a non-effect monster to be able to use the effect to add. So that's not even live right now, so we need a top deck pretty good as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and pass turn. Of course, I'm going to set the Droplet. Gonna go stand my main, hit me with the Cosmic. That's gonna hurt, so now effectively we only have Ash to stop Dragon Link, and Ash usually does not stop Dragon Link unless they don't open as well. So he's gonna go start off with the Black Metal. He's gonna Link 1, do the bread and butter combos, Chilling 1, Chilling 2. Grab and Blue Sector, and Red MD. So he's going to go ahead and summon Red MD, activate the effect. I say that's fine. Just going to continue. We'll fast forward a little bit here. So he's going to go ahead and search with Romulus, the Ravine. He's going to go ahead and activate the Ravine, pitching the Harpy. He's not really doing anything right now. I'm going to Ash, but that's not really going to stop him. So just gonna go ahead and keep playing, and I have no more interruptions, so I'm just gonna fast forward a little bit more here. So now he's gonna put some decent damage on board, and then in main phase 2 he's gonna go ahead and Link Summon into Borland, and that card by itself is already like disgusting and super hard for me to out, so I'm just gonna go ahead and scoop it up. Even if I had a full hand, it'll be really tough to out it, because one of my only outs is the level 10. I think his name is Shengying, the one that non-targeted banishes. But the Dragon player knows what Swordsoul does, or what cards they play. They're just gonna hold their negate for that. So it's really tough to out it without having like Droplet or Imperm. So we're gonna go ahead and go to the next game. Alright, so I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna go ahead and special Ashana. We're gonna go ahead and link the Ashana into Link 1 Monk. On that, he's gonna go ahead and do Magnum, which is at 1, by the way, so that's pretty good. He also opened the Druid's form, which is also at 1. So his hand's looking pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and banish the Ashana. He's gonna go ahead and activate Magnum. So I'm gonna tell him, actually, I have a response to that. So this is definitely 100% the better play. In response to the Magnum, we're gonna go ahead and tribute the Heavily Dragon Circle. We're gonna tribute the Monk with the Heavily Dragon Circle, then change Droplet, sending away the Heavily Dragon Circle to negate Magnum to stop him from getting some follow-up. And because 2 droplets not gonna do anything anyways on his turn, so might as well use one of them since we opened 2. And now we'll stop that Magnum for resolving. We'll still go ahead and grab our monster. I'm gonna go ahead and summon Ecclesia. Summon Moyi effect, reveal the Longyon. Summon out a token. I'm gonna go ahead and link. Gonna go ahead and link into the Shishao. Moyi effect to draw. I'm gonna go ahead and draw a Pot of Desires. So that's a pretty good draw. Searching the Blackout. Activate Desires. Let's see what our draws are. So we're gonna go ahead and grab Droll and Edhar, which is not bad. So we're gonna go ahead, set the Blackout, set the Droplet, and then we're gonna get hit with the end of main phase Nibiru. But that's fine though, because we held the long gun in hand. So now when we lose our field, we're gonna go ahead and summon the yellow long gun to put up some interruption. So now we're gonna go ahead and summon our broken level 10 Synchro, because this card pairs so well with Droplets. So I'm gonna go ahead and Synchro that off. Of course, do it hard first. Grab back some follow-up. So this with Droplet, with this with Blackout is very good, and then we also have Droplet as an extra form interruption. And with Droll, this is going to be very tough for the Dragon player to stop this. So we're just going to go ahead and burn him for 12 before passing the turn. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and activate, well, they're going to go ahead and activate, excuse me, Quick Launch. So yep, that's fine. We're going to go ahead and summon Tracer. Okay, so they're going to go ahead and link 1, activate Effective Search. Go ahead and grab Boot Sector Launch. Then we'll activate Droll, which is really strong right there. So he's just thinking a bit. Gonna link off to Dark. So here in the Dark, we're gonna go ahead and think. Then he's gonna go ahead and summon Levianeer. That's gonna force our back row, so now we have to do something. So luckily we had the Droplet to negate it. So we're gonna go ahead and use Droplet. Unfortunately, we do lose our follow-up Ashana if he does clear the token. But that's fine though, because we need to do it. Not 11 years, it's gonna completely wipe her back row. So we go Droplet, send the Ashana. Okay. Then he's gonna go ahead and link into Burst Dragon. Activate the Field Spell. Field Spell is gonna summon. Tracer effect is gonna summon, I assume, the Recharger. Yep, so he's gonna summon the Recharger. This one here, now that he has 3 bodies, I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe his entire field. So I'm gonna go Blackout. Blackout there, target those 2. Now we're gonna go ahead and activate the effect of Shenying. Shenying's gonna go ahead and banish, and then get rid of that. And We're gonna go ahead and get rid of his Levy and Great for follow-up, in case he has like Safer or something like that. And then he's pretty much gonna concede because nothing really he can do now that he has he's under draw. And so this card essentially then he just has to do his one. So we're gonna go into game 3. I don't think he's scooping yet, but this is just essentially a game. Because what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go ahead and summon that Hara, link 1, and then yeah, that's it. We'll trigger 10 Engrave, banish it, and that's game. So game 3. Game 3, he's gonna opt to go first. So looking at our hand, it's not too bad. Let's see what he does. He's gonna go ahead and summon. Okay. So he's gonna go ahead and search the field spell. He can't search Red MD because he opened it. He's gonna summon Red MD, Reborn, and he's gonna go Seals. And since his hand's not the best, I think he's just gonna pass here. He does pass turn, so we go standby main. We're gonna activate our Emergence, then we're gonna chain Droplet just to get rid of his only interruption that we know of. So we're just making sure we can do it with 0 attack, and yeah, you can. Okay, so got Moi, summon Longyeon first, play around the nib. Go Barone. Gonna go ahead and summon the Taya effect. Then we're gonna go ahead and summon the Longyeon. I'm sorry, not Longyeon, Chisha. I'm sorry, I'm so bad with names. Chisha is gonna go ahead and grab us our Emergence. So let me show you guys here where I misplayed. I could have won here, okay? So let's pause this real quick. So here I go Baron effect to pop his field spell. What I should have done was effect, target the spears. Then even though it's negated, he's still gonna go chain because he wants to get the follow-up and Magnuma. So he's gonna go effect, summon Magnuma from deck, activate effect the Magnuma to search. Then I'm gonna go Kurikara effect, tribute the Magnuma, and I game him there. 3k plus 28 plus 3000, that's game on board. But I didn't do that because I thought he would know it would be the bait, so I thought he would just not with Magnuma with effect of spears. But he told me at the end of the game that he did need the follow-up, so he was gonna do it regardless. So that's just so you guys know, I could have had game there. But let's continue playing. Let's see how it plays out. It's always good when you're playing to look back at your games and catch where you misplay, so you know what to do better next time. Because now I know this game could have been easily winnable. So we're just gonna go battle phase here. Attack for 28. He's gonna go effect, negate it, doesn't matter, but he is gonna summon from deck. I'm gonna go ahead and ash that. Go with 28. And 3k. Squeeze that 1000. He's gonna go nib. We have to negate here. So it's gonna go main 1. So we're not in too bad of a spot right now. We lost our negate and Baron, but we still have a negate and Shisha, and then turn it comes back to our turn. We have follow up, plus we have a board breaker and Kurikara. So he's gonna go ahead and start off with Ravine effect, pitch the Sarnier. He's gonna go ahead and grab. I think he's thinking right now. Let's see. He's gonna go ahead and grab the Safer. Sarnier effect. He's gonna go ahead and dump the Lubellion. Effect. Grab back the Lubellion, I assume. Yep. He's gonna go ahead and activate Lubellion. He's gonna go ahead and activate Magnuma. don't think I had any lighter darks in grave because he didn't banish anything. Yep, I didn't, so he's gonna banish his own red MD. Affect the Magnemite. Alright, he's gonna go ahead and tribute for Lubellion, activate Lubellion effect. Here I think was another misplay. I don't really think I needed to negate this. I think I end up opting to negate. Oh no, I let it go through. Okay. So maybe, not too sure. So here he gets the regain. That's gonna give him a lot of value in the future. But let's see how he plays this out. So he's gonna go Black Dragon. So realistically, this is like the worst possible thing that he could have had. If he didn't have one of the baby dragons, I think we're fine because he would grab what, Beast, or maybe he would still grab Regain. But what is it doing? So this is like the worst possible outcome. This is where I do get punished, but I don't negate this. So here we did get a little punished. So he's gonna go ahead and link summon to Dark. Dark's gonna go ahead and activate the effect. First he's gonna go ahead and summon the Wyvern Buster. Regain the effect. That's pretty good, drawing Druid's Worm. That's insane here. Like, I got punished all because I didn't negate the Lubellion, so it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So here he has like only one line that gets him out of here, and I immediately knew what it was. I go Crash Dark. It's literally his only line because he needs a search. Oh, sorry about that. So yeah, he's gonna go ahead, battle phase, crashes Dark, and I think he's gonna be left with exactly 50 life points, which is pretty funny. This is like an anime moment, but but hey, if it gets the job done, you gotta do it, you know. So he attacks with Dark, kills his Dark, and then he's gonna go ahead and search. So I'm thinking to myself right now, all we need is to resolve one Longyun, so I know he's gonna do everything in his power to make sure I can't get Longyun, so he's gonna have to put it in negate. He's gonna have to do something so I can resolve that Longyun effect, which is not hard for Swordsoul to do. So he's gonna go ahead and grab the Tracer, Synchro into Chaos Angel, which this card is disgusting. He's gonna go ahead and banish. So he's gonna clear my board, banish Sen, which is insane. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and grab the black Collapse Serpent. So you're gonna go ahead and activate Tracer. Tracer effects. Gonna summon the Recharger. Go ahead and summon Savage. He's putting everything in defense because he's at 50 life points, doesn't want to die, which is very smart. So he's gonna go ahead, grab the Dark, the Savage. Right, then he's gonna go ahead and pass turn. So I draw Longyun, so I'm just thinking hard here. I go, how can I resolve the one Longyun just to win the game? So I was thinking, is there any way I can like chain block? So we're gonna go ahead and activate Emergence. Just talking a little bit in the chat, because pretty much that's pretty much the only out besides Blackout. Is Longyun or just to Blackout to get rid of the Chaos Angel. However, I think since I was going second, I sat out the Blackout, which is like crazy. I would not do that again if I'm playing against Dragon Link, because this card is a real problem. So he's gonna go ahead and let that resolve. We're gonna add the Taya. Summon out Taya. Effect the Taya. Banishing the Moyi. Synchro. Just gonna think here. Yeah, so we got Horror Effect first to add back. Another Longyun. Because he doesn't know I drew the one for turn. So now he's gonna know that I had the well, he's gonna know that I had one in hand, but he doesn't know about the second one. So now we're gonna go ahead, go Boxia effect. So guys, I think I misplayed again here when I believe I should have banished the Emergence Engrave and kept the Moyi in graveyard. If I could have kept the Moy in Graveyard, it would have let me revive it with Boxia and continue my plays. So this is the thing about Swordsoul. I just picked up this deck and recorded the video, and I know I was misplaying a lot. For this deck, you get to master it before you can start seeing really good success with it. While I don't think the deck is extremely top tier, you have to put in the time to it. And if you're a very good Swordsoul player who's put in the hours and knows the ins and outs of this deck, you're gonna have some success with it. And obviously, since this is one of my first times playing the deck, I wasn't too experienced with it, so at least I'm catching a lot of the misplays. But this is so you guys can see like what you could have done better, so maybe there was an avenue to win. So for sure in that first play I told you, the Curry Car in my first turn, that for sure would have won the game. But here are other avenues where I think I could have played better. So we're gonna go ahead and shuffle with the Boxia. So we're gonna go ahead and revive. Okay, now we're forced to dump the Moyi because I banished the other one. So Ataya could have dumped something else like a Tengi, which would have been very good, but we have to instead dump the Moyi because we banished it. So Long Yon effect, banish the Long Yon. Sorry, discard the Long Yon. I think we think here first though to make Shishao. Yeah, make Shishao first. Grab the emergence. He was really trying to draw something that would help out, but nothing really realistically in the deck is going to be able to beat it except the droplet, which I'm pretty sure, yeah, so the droplet did keep in, so yeah, the droplet would have been the one way to beat it, and obviously I didn't get it, so I was like, well, damn, I decked in the bit, and I couldn't get the droplet, so now we just have to stall, I guess, because he's smart, he's not going to waste the negate until something that threatens the Chaos Angel. So, here we're going to go Long Yon, just going to fast forward a bit. So the Long Yon's going to go ahead, I'm sorry, the Kurikara is going to go ahead and summon, discarding the Savage, and the Druid's Worm. So now it's pretty beefy, but it's probably going to go ahead and the Druid's going to activate, actually, yeah, so it's actually not going to treat the Druid's, yep. So it's just 3k, it's going to be the same end result because it's going to go ahead and send away one of our monsters. So Shishao's going to die. So we're just going to go ahead and set. And we keep the Long Yon in hand then, to try to, I guess for next turn, to, if we draw the droplet. Here we're going to reborn Lubellion because there's nothing else we can reborn. We don't want to get the Druid's Worm, that'll be good for him. Savage, I think, we don't have a link, but Savage I think is only a Synchro Summon, yep, so nothing really good to reborn. We just reborn Lubellion, big body. Okay, so we actually end up going for the Magnum Mud, I guess, so we get out of rotation, which is fair. So he's going to go ahead and summon Black banish White, summon Tracer, Synchro. He's going to go ahead and activate Effect to burn. Let's take 2k. It's going to hit me for some big damage, so I'm barely alive just like him. Summon Lubellion. Get the Beast. It's not literally, I don't even think Droplet saves us here, because our Cyclone is dead. We can't even activate it because we're 500 life points. So even if we did go Droplet, we would just summon and he would go effective pop, and then pop our Long Yon or our token, and then we just lose. So we're gonna go ahead and try regardless, because why not? He pops. And yep, that's gonna be wraps. So yeah, that was definitely a winnable game, but I'm hoping that you guys definitely did learn something throughout these games, and you learned a little bit what the deck can do. I think the deck is, like, from overall thoughts, I do think the deck is solid as a pick for Worlds. There's definitely better decks, and you do gotta master the deck, like I said earlier, to play it as maximum potential. But it's definitely not a bad deck. So again, sorry about that, I was sick, guys, but I do hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll try to upload the next video soon. Hopefully I can get better quicker so I don't sound like a zombie. But anyways, that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Peace out.